Hello everyone, my name is Mary, and today I have a angelically inspired tarot reading for the summer solstice. The summer solstice is happening June 21st, 2023 at 10:58 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time and 2:58 p.m. UTC time. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the reading. I've already prepared the cards, so let's get started. I'm feeling the angel's presence, but most particularly Archangel Uriel. So let's see what the angels want us to know regarding this summer solstice. And the reading is for the entire human collective. All right, we've got the Eight of Cups. So right away, I'm feeling like this is a message of endings and beginnings, that we're ready to climb higher. It's like when you graduate from a grade in school and you're moving on to the next grade. It's like everything's going to be brand new when you move on, and you can't take your old classroom with you. You know, you have to move on to the new classroom. It's like if you quit a job and start a new one, you know, your job might be different. You can't take, you can take your experiences with you, but you can't take all the technical stuff. You have to learn anew. You have to be ready to step into something new. So what I'm getting here is that we are so ready for this new chapter, and that is coming into our hearts, that is enlightening us and showing us some new things. And I'm hearing specifically in day to day, how you operate day to day, what you eat, where you go, what you do, how you talk to your friends, how you talk to your neighbors. The standards of divine life still remain the same. Integrity, love, joy, generosity, humility, all of those virtues are still in place, but we're taking those things to the next level, and we're starting to learn about them in a new kind of way, right? That's what this Eight of Cups is telling me, that we're absolutely moving on. We're ready for something brand new. Ooh, interesting. So our challenge card is the Hierophant. So during this solstice, this June 21st solstice, as we move up, as we move on, the challenge is to redefine what it means to follow the rituals and dogmas put forth by people, put forth by our ancestors. We're not leaving that behind. We're absolutely not. That's not what the Hierophant is. The Hierophant is somebody who has absolutely beautiful divine knowledge and communicates it in a very structured way. He has a pathway. So the ancient ones in all religious contexts have sort of paved a pathway for us. And it's important for us now to recognize that there are people who have laid the foundation of something that we're building here. We're building a structure. It's like if you ever live in a big city where they're building those tall skyscraper buildings, it starts to go up and it slowly, eats up the sky, bit by bit. It doesn't just go, straight up all the levels at once. It takes some time, as far as that's how I've seen it anyways, happening. So the Hierophant is one who's taking us higher and higher and higher, but as we move higher, we have to embrace new things and let go of old things. It's like in any practice. Getting better means to embrace getting better at your practice, whatever it may be, whether it's yoga or whatever. It requires you to let go of the little things that helped you when you were just starting out. You have to let go of those things and move on. And what I'm hearing, what I'm feeling from the angels is that there's good. There's a lot of good to be found in all the work and all the beauty and all the things that all the people have done for us to create these structures and these systems. But we have to take them to the next level. We can't follow blindly and keep filling our cup with the same, dirty swamp water. You've got to go to the cleanest part of the stream and fill your cup there, right? That's exactly what this guy is doing. He's filled his cups and they're great, but he's moving on now to where the water is, to where the life-giving water is. We're moving on. We're moving up. And there are structures that are going to help us. We have to redefine them. We have to redefine ourselves in the context of where God wants us to be. I'm feeling like this reading is going to be very esoteric, but we'll see what is coming. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so physical. Okay, I'm getting a very definite message for this one. I'm getting that our physical world is definitely changing in ways that we can't see or understand right now. First off, I think that all of this energy that's coming into the earth plane is helping upgrade our minds, our bodies, our DNA, everything is sort of changing. But also, so within ourselves, but also outside ourselves. So I'm getting that the Knight of Pentacles is telling me, he's a guy who's ready for action. He's taking slow action, but he's an action-oriented card, making changes on the earth plane. So in addition to the inner changes, I'm seeing that there are huge changes happening too. Slowly but surely, big changes happening to the structures of our physical world. So everything we used to depend on is somewhat changing, and we have to be ready for those changes. We have to be ready to redefine what it means to live our lives, to listen to news, to vote, to all the things that we used to do, all the structures we depended on to keep our lives, happy and healthy and orderly. There are changes happening to those, and we have to be ready to see that and to be ready to respond to it. So consciously we're looking for, and the angels want you to know, the Nine of Wands is telling us that we have come so far. Guys, listen, I know you've been through a lot. I know it's been difficult. I know life has sometimes thrown you curveballs, and and we're just wondering when will the madness stop? When will we finally really understand what happened over the past 3 or 4 years and really make sense of it? And the angels want you to know that they get it. They've witnessed it. They've seen all the battles we've been through. They've seen how many times we've been blindsided. They've seen it, and they're ready to support us going even further. We have the power and the strength. We have proven ourselves as a collective, as individuals. You have proven yourself. And the angels want you to know you are safe. You are ready. Nothing is happening that you're not ready for. It's absolutely all something that every change, every shift is something that you can handle, that you can manage. And what I'm seeing most definitely from these cards is that there is huge changes, but beautiful changes, lovely changes, doors are opening up. We're finally able, I think, to move on from some of the heartaches and the pain and the sorrow and the frustration that we've felt. And it's time now to embrace ritual and structures that have always been in place to help us, whatever that means. whatever that the Hierophant means for you, whatever that structure is for you. Maybe it's a meditation class, maybe it's going to some gathering, maybe it's doing a ritual in the morning. Maybe you want to, set a special time of day, a special time in the morning, 7:07 a.m. and just say, I'm going to pray or I'm going to meditate every day at that time. The Hierophant is telling us that there are structures that will absolutely help us move forward, that are going to help us move on. It's like when you go rock climbing. There's certainly those crazy guys and gals out there that just like without any sort of like equipment just go like a spider climbing up the side of the mountains. But there are tools in place. There's special even for those people, there's special shoes, there's special everything that helps you. There's all kinds of tools. You don't go climbing higher without the tools. And the Hierophant is here to give you the tools. So on this solstice, know that you can fly. Know that you can just jump off that cliff and land, and dive into a pool of water. You can climb up the mountain. You can sail further than you've sailed before, that there's horizons waiting for you to discover them in your life. Some brand new horizon is waiting for you. A new mountaintop is waiting to be climbed. It's just that what tools do you need to help you get there? What are the tools, whether they're people or anything? And know that you've come so far and everything is going to be all right. But be prepared for changes, that as you move forward, as we up level, changes are definitely happening. Oh, this could not be more beautiful. The Judgment card is telling me that we have been released from some stuff. We have been released. We have moved through some very difficult times. And the angels have already delivered divine help into your soul, into your heart. Divine assistance has already been delivered. It's to you. The angels have like a little package waiting on your front doorstep. It's like when you realize your Amazon package got delivered and you open up the door and there it is. It's like the angels are telling you, you already earned all of the help, all divine help, and it's already in your heart. All it needs is for you to believe it, to listen, and to move on. I think what's happening here in this solstice is basically the window to the soul, where somebody just pulled up the blinds on the window to the soul, and we're seeing more. You're seeing more of who you truly are and what you're really capable of. And so no matter what you faced in the past, and no matter how hard that was, you will be able to conquer. You will be able to conquer. I think one of the key words would be climbing new heights, conquering new frontiers, in a sense, but not in a violent sense. We're not conquering in a violent sense. We're overcoming new challenges. Oh, all right, folks, this is a big one. So what I'm getting from the Justice card, and the Justice card, I love that we have Judgment and Justice, because all of this has to do with bringing about balance, restoring balance to an energy that was not able to balance itself. And it's all about, to me, what I'm getting is this divine help. The time is now to right some wrongs. So whatever you need to right in your life, whatever you need to make right, Justice is telling you it's time to make that right. Whatever it is you need to finally do to feel good about yourself, do it now. Because karma is, a balancing of karma is coming. Also, what I'm getting from this is that I know that there has been, in many communities on the planet, a lot of frustration and a lot of finger pointing and blaming, and it's their fault. It reminds me of one of my favorite songs. If you don't know this song, go look it up. I think it's from Into the Woods, and I think the song is, it's like two songs that run into one another. But the first part of it, it's this blaming song. It's your fault. It's his fault. All the characters start blaming each other for this pickle that they're in. And they're getting all loud and singing over each other and all of this stuff. And then the witch of all people, goes, shh. And so she just quiets them and tells them it's the last midnight. And then she sings about the last midnight. But the idea is that all these characters are blaming each other, and the witch just says, be quiet, everybody. Listen, it's go time. We have to make a decision. That's what I'm getting from this, is that it's time to stop blaming, and it's time to start restoring, to restore justice, to restore what was taken, to restore what was, and another thing I'm getting is that take a good look at yourself and know that you're okay. Most likely, you're probably more okay than you think you are. And you deserve so much. And a balancing is coming. A balancing out of energies is coming. Take part in that. I love how we have these three major arcana cards along the timeline. We've got Judgment, the Hierophant, and the Justice card. And they're all telling me that a similar story. That there are certain values that you just can't trample on these values. You can't take away someone's rights. You can't steal. You can't do this stuff without facing a karmic problem for yourself. It will be evened out. Whatever you do, whatever energy you put out will come back to you. That's how justice works. And justice just knows how exactly to even the scales. And so as you move on in your life, what the angels want you to know is that it's okay now. It's okay now to face what it is you need to face. It's okay to restore balance to your family, to your life. It's okay to ask for what you need. It's okay, and it's important for you to go out and make peace where you don't currently feel peace with somebody. That this is a time that these sort of things are going to be rewarded and bring about so much light coming into your life. Just seeking to cleanse and clear that balance. If there's do whatever you have to do. Forgiveness is another word that's coming up here. Forgiveness, finding peace within your heart, finding love, letting go of blame, letting go of those negative feelings. It's a very important part. It's a very important time for that. And it's going to be more effective than you could possibly realize. All right, perfect. So the aspect of ourselves that is going to be most activated now is the coming together part. The part of us that wants to come together. And I think this has a lot to do with the Justice card. Making peace, coming together, celebrating, smiling with your family and your friends that maybe you couldn't find common ground with. Finding common ground with everybody, coming together with everybody, remembering that we are all part of this same human family, and it's time to celebrate. It's time to let go of our grudges and really celebrate. All of this that's happening, the Judgment, the Hierophant, the Justice, these major arcana cards, these are good things happening. These are wonderful things happening. And the Judgment is one of the best because Judgment is not judgy. It's a release of judgment. Judgment has occurred and you are being released. You are being ascended. Your enlightenment is at hand. this beautiful end of a cycle has happened, and you've gotten through it. You're okay. You're safe. Things are changing. Things are up leveling. It's time to put, certain things to rest and make peace with your entire community, and to really come together and celebrate with one another. This is something good that's happening. The Nine of Pentacles. This card has been coming up in a lot of readings, and I don't use this deck exclusively for my readings. I use other decks, and it's just the same card, this Nine of Pentacles, keeps coming up. So this is a very important, I'm definitely getting that the angels have something they really want us to see here. And that is, we need to make sure that our physical environment is as, supportive of our highest good as it could possibly be. It's important that we learn to value what we have. Are you able to sleep in a warm bed at night? Or even a cold one? Do you have somewhere to sleep? Do you have a roof over your head? Do you have people who care about you? Even one or two people, It's time to start really appreciating the gifts of our physical environment and seeing them and appreciating them. Look around you right now. Are there gifts in your physical environment? Did somebody give you something that was, surrounding you? One of the things that I can tell you right now that this is helping me to remember is the gifts of this very desk, which was made by my dad, and the shelves behind me also made by my dad. There's so many things we have to be grateful for. I think what the Nine of Pentacles is telling me, it's time to see your life as a blessing. It's time to start seeing the Garden of Eden. It's time to start seeing that beautiful gift of heaven on earth that really is vibrationally here right now, and it's just waiting for us to see it. It's waiting for us to see it. Oh my goodness, this is so perfect. We've got the Two of Swords. And look at that Two of Swords, that beautiful aqua color that is in the sky and the water. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. What I'm getting here, this now in the Celtic crossbred, this is usually hopes, fears, expectations. But in mine, this is the chance to listen to the angels and really tune in. And so what I'm getting is, you may not see how everything's going to work out. You may not understand how such horrible, problems in the world could possibly be righted. It's like if you watch a movie and you're about an hour and 20 minutes in and things are worse than ever, and you're like, when, it's going to end soon. How are they going to clean up how are they going to fix this? How are they going to get the hero out of this predicament? How are they going to tie up all the loose ends? And yet somehow, a lot of times they do. Most of the time they manage to give you the ending that answers all your questions. The angels want you to know that, yeah, you may feel like you're in that moment where it's like, how could everything come right? It's going to take forever for us to clean up the oceans, and to clean up our justice system, and to clean up our environment, and to solve the problems of government, and to solve the problems of the poor, and solve all the problems of everyone, all of the human family that are in various ways experiencing suffering. How can we solve many of these problems that seem to be getting worse? And the angels want you to know things. You don't have to see what the solution is going to be. All you have to do is trust that it's there. Trust that it's going to come about. Receive the knowledge you are given, act on that. One little bit at a time. It's like you're being doled out. You're doled out wisdom, just at a drop at a time. You're being given your salary just a little bit at a time, every week a little bit. And the angels are like, you're getting the solutions. Are getting better. You have to trust it, even if you don't see the full story, even if you don't see exactly how everything's going to come right. Trust us. They're saying it's going to come right. Trust us and start seeing your world as a gift. Start seeing your home, your environment, your work, your everything as a gift, as a tremendous gift, as a blessing. It's like those, it's like on Christmas morning or Easter morning. On Easter, my family would hide the Easter basket, and we'd have to go look for it. And it was so much fun to go looking. So you get up in the morning and you're like, where could it be? You know, there's a surprise waiting for me somewhere in the house. You know, where could it possibly be? That's how we need to approach our lives every single day. To look at it as if it's a blessing, to look at it as if it's going to give us our wildest dreams fulfilled, as if there's greatness and beauty and love and truth and goodness all waiting for us. And we just have to wake up and be in the world like, where's God's blessings? Where are the blessings that are meant for me? You know? Not in an entitled way, like, where's my blessing? But like in an excited, happy, you know, like faithful way. And you don't have to see how everything's going to come right. What you have to see is right in front of you, the gifts that are right in front of you, the people that are right in front of you, all this stuff that is just right in front of you. This is an interesting one. So what I'm getting from this is that this is an opportunity and energy for us to really embrace and ask ourselves, what is it we really need for our happiness, for our, what is it you really need to really be happy, to truly, truly be at ease, satisfied, fulfilled? What is it you really need? Get a Post-it note. Write it down on that. Fill the Post-it note. No more. Really pare it down to the absolute necessities. What are the barest essentials to your soul's fulfillment on this planet? And then let go of everything else. That's what I'm getting from this Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a guy who's sort of holding on to who's holding on to his wealth and his riches, and he's sort of removed from the rest of the world. And what I'm getting here is that we have to remove from our lives some certain things that are not quite serving us. It's time to really get clear on where your true wealth is, because you could have, it's like the image I'm seeing is like a pile of gold, but it's underneath a huge pile of crap, like all your, old textbooks from the 4th grade, or, just like all this other stuff is just on top of it. And it's like, okay, to get to the treasure, I've got to really ask myself if I need all the rest of this stuff, and remove it. And then you get to that treasure, you get to the gold, and you're like, okay, there it is. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I have. That's what I know that I need. So ask yourself, what is it that you really need to be fulfilled and happy and safe and secure, and let go of the rest. Whether it's something in your mind, in your life, maybe it's time to declutter, maybe it's something in your heart, maybe it's beliefs, maybe it's some sort of shame or guilt or just embarrassment, or this stupid argument you had with somebody a long time ago, and you're sort of holding on to it, or you're holding on to like, oh, she or she didn't do this for me when I needed help, and I'm gonna hold a grudge. Let go of it all. None of it is making your life any better. None of it is making your life any better. So this is the reading. I hope this wasn't too long, but let's get one more, or maybe two. final cards from the angels, and I'm really feeling like I want to tune into Archangel Uriel, the angel of light, for a message guided by the Holy Spirit. True love. Oh, isn't that beautiful? The swan. True love. What is true love? It's overcoming and forgiving and mending and seeing the best in somebody and allowing them to see the best in you. That's what it is. It's giving without any thought of anything of return, of getting back. It's being there for someone, no matter how many times they need you. Gosh, this is big. I mean, as we up-level, as we move forward in our ascension journey, all of this that this represents, I think we really can be summed up with this, this true love card, because this is the love that we should have for one another. It's the love that God has for us. It's the love that, is the birthplace of all things. Wow, that is powerful. I don't think we should take another one. I have another deck here, but I'm like, I think this is good. I think we're good here. So that is the reading. To all of you during this solstice, during this summer solstice. Well, for me in my hemisphere, it's a summer solstice. My prayer for you, and my prayer for me, and my prayer for all of us is that we open our hearts to the cleansing, magnifying, uplifting love of the divine. And let that sing out through everything that we do, and everything that we see, and everything that we become. Amen, amen, amen. That's all for today. God bless you, and if you're looking for a reading of your own, you can always go to the link below and sign up for one. So, bye.